Hey people, Infantry 3v3, Estia Province, blue team. It's guardsmenunknow with a brother captain, a very durable hero, walks through objects and cannot be suppressed with powerful offense and disruption, fighting in melee. Has some support too. Alongside, MammothMKII is an apothecary support hero, fighting in melee by default, begins with a heal and a passive health regeneration aura. And rounding off this team, Sergeant Retardo K. Aquila is a Lord Commissar, strong offense and support, fighting in melee, begins with a shield, is not capping this rec point though. Bebop on the red side with a Warlock, a melee spellcaster that leaps into combat, some powerful disruption and support. Alongside, Laurr, not to be confused with the other player named Laurr that has one R, with a Mekboy, teleporting hero, fighting in ranged combat, puts out some good damage, has a bunch of orky gadgets. And rather than off the teams, back to the old school with Kalzi4. I have replays of this guy on my channel from like 2013 or 2012 or something, with a Lictor Alpha, a melee specialist, can infiltrate and disrupt, some powerful offense and a bit of support. Sneaking around on the east side there. Orks gonna run into some space marines very soon. Mekboy can teleport in and tie up those marines. Oh, he's going for the scouts actually. Typically you'd see him tie up the marines to stop more damage output. Stomp from the sentinel. Oh, and there's Ordo Malleus right here. The Orks basically getting tripled early on. I think they're going to get away okay. Strat squad trying to wade into melee there on retreat. They have double stormtroopers here, guardsmenunknow. Double termagants into double spore mines for Kalzi4. We saw the double shooters, of course. Looks like Bebop wants to get the shuriken up. Going to spend their early wreck on power. And the sentinel and more guardsmen there. Destructor misses. Stormtroopers getting shots in now. Decent start for the blue team. Although Kalzi4 has pushed up the east side. Spore mines doing their thing. Getting stuck into melee as well. Has, I think, like 63 melee DPS by default, the Lictor Alpha. I was going to go down here too. I believe, yet goes down. Did get a decap on that rec point. 442 to 500 very early on. Hormagaunts now trying to get a decap. It's not worth it, fellas. Just get out of there. Painboy up here for Laurr. A support subcommander in tier 1 for Orks. Has a heal over time. Very handy for sluggers, and the Mekboy himself can get a healing ability, so lots of potential support for those slugger boys now. Mammoth into assault squad, it seems. Don't see anything else on the field. Have they built gens? Who built the gens? Oh, these are guardsmen's gens. I guess Mammoth hasn't spent that requisition yet. They're trying to wait for this power to be secure, I suppose. Sentinel backs off from a Dakar. The sluggers have their burners up. More hit points for those fellas. Also a couple of power melee weapons kicking off on the west side. Brother captain couldn't quite finish the cap. Has a purgation squad up. These guys with incinerator flamers can suppress infantry like so. Can also burn down structures, but not quite as effectively as you may expect from 3 big ass flamer things. They were nerfed quite heavily in their ability to bash gens. Big push here from the red team. We've got big shooters up for the shooter boys. Warrior brood for Kalzi4. Lictor Alpha still down. Mekboy goes for the revive here, but doesn't want to risk going down. That's quite low on health, that Mekboy. Purification vials is the first power purchase for Mammoth. Certainly a big blob of light infantry here to try and hit. Does get the revive in the end. And the Lictor Alpha runs away. Maybe could have stayed in play just to get the flesh hook or something. And then run. Merciless Witchblade up for the Warlock. Powerful but expensive tier 1 weapon. 35 power for this thing. Very good though. 424 to 500. Barb Strangler doing its suppression stuff here. Trying to get onto the power. Maybe they're overextended a little bit. Here comes a flank with purification vials. And Aquila pushing alongside. Forced off double termagants and double shooters. Warriors now flee. Sluggers trying to get something done, but they also run away. Didn't drop a model though. And that's the Apothecary on the Painboy, who heals the sluggers to make sure they don't drop a model. Hormagaunts now ready to try and defend the power. Maybe can they get to the power? Sentinel goes for the decap on that contested power. We've got Catagens up for Aquila. Very versatile squad, can disrupt from long and short range and have some good melee damage too. Flesh hook on the Apothecary. Sneaky Lictor. Heals himself. Doesn't have the energy to chuck his vials now though. But dealt with that stuff pretty well. Might see the explosive go up from the catechins or go down, whatever. Barb Strangler. Can it suppress the catechins? It can. And here's a Death Gun mech to make sure they stay suppressed. Grenade launcher goes out and then they run away. Yeah, I didn't think they had the time to get onto the power, but they decapped the wreck point. Did something. Brother Captain here. Gonna try and decap the wreck point. Lots of DACA for the strike squad. Don't go that way, fellas. Are they dead? Is that their death sentence there? They were trying to support the purgation a bit, but I think they've killed themselves. Yeah. They're down. And Brother Captain has the Blessed Aegis, so they're not going to be around to use the Purification or whatever it's called to give him his energy back. To power his shield. I wonder if they'll replace the Strat Squad. That's going to set them back in Tier 2. Sluggers have their eyes on some Stormtroopers who just about get the cap and run away. What's going on the east side here? Assault Squad is up from Mammoth. Jump troops, that's knockdown units when they land. Great synergy with the support of an Apothecary, of course. 400 hit points per model on those fellas. And Aquila grabs the wreck point. I wonder what a K stands for. Maybe it's Keith. Should we call him Keith? No, don't annoy the nice people in the replays, Ingrid. Leave him alone. Battering that contested power. A vial of throw. A little bit sloppy there from Laurr. Could have maybe split, but the assault squad were coming in anyway. But again, could have maybe split and suppressed and got away that way. Sluggers be running. Did they try to get onto the power? Looks like it was touched a little bit. Oh, they actually took down one of the gens there. Being rebuilt. Have any of the heroes leveled yet? The Commissar has a power sword as well. It's the only one so far. Assault squad. Jump into the Warlock. The Warlock could actually do really well against the assault squad with this weapon and a little bit of support, but was super isolated there. Barb Strangler gets a good shot in. Warrior Brood leaping onto the Lord Commissar, trying to get... There we go. I'll just put in my hoodie on because it's very cold in here. Back to the action. Sentinel stomps and blue team are basically on the VP. Got the decap thanks to the Brother Captain. Orks now trying to break out aggressively. We have a knob leader up for the shooter boys, for both of them in fact. Good grenade from the Stormtroopers there. They have that no fuse grenade with their sergeant. The only guys in the 41st millennium that can cook their grenades apparently. Shuriken. Oh, gets shut down by the Basilisk Flare from the Commissar's global bar. Falcon is up for Bebop in Tier 2. Ogrin's on the way for Aquila. Sergeant up for the assault squad as well. They've done really well since they came in. Lots of pressure here from the blue team. Here comes the DACA. Assault squad are forced off. Falcon now in play. Has good weaponry against all targets. This thing also allows you to reinforce and transport infantry, including your allies, so the Orks here could reinforce off it. Sentinel goes down, a little bit sloppy there from Aquila, kept that thing around a bit too long. Looks like they have broken out successfully. Need to get their VP back. Did they lose the power? Nope. They have capped and noded and genned that eastern contested power though, the blue team. What is this? Venom Brood coming in? Indeed, a Venom Brood coming in for Kalzi4. Pretty good global to have. Just bring an anti-vehicle unit. Trying to get a decap on the wreck point, but there's that grenade launcher. Such range on that thing. Here are your Ogrins. Super heavy infantry that literally smash you to death with their guns, which is very fun. Heavy melee damage as well. They have their bonehead leader. There goes the smoke grenade of the Catechins, giving suppression immunity, although it doesn't clear the suppression you already have, it seems. Gives you some range damage reduction too. Really useful thing. Catechins have so much stuff they can do. Assault squad jumping in. Apothecary's there to heal them. Vials. That's a strange place to chuck the vials. There's only a Mekboy there. and just damage your own assault squad. A misclick maybe, what is this? Big old flank from Termagants and Venombrood going for a power bash. Nice idea from Kalzi4. They might get it done too. More Spore Mines up. Out of the Capillary Tower this time. West side meanwhile, you have a Bright Lance because there's a Grey Knight Dreadnought with Plasma Cannon in from guardsmenunknow. Plasma guns up for the Stormtroopers. Not sure why. Against the Eldar here. Plasma guns do extra damage, do heavy and super heavy infantry. They don't have any of that stuff on the field right now. Only the warriors are heavy infantry that are on the field at the moment. Tank busters on the way. Oh no, cancelled. Here comes a Wraith Lord from Bebop. Maybe with a Bright Lance shoulder mounted. Stone Guard veterans on the field for Mammoth. And they have a Dreadnought of their own, keeping it in its default melee state. Electro Shock Grubs goes in. They do get a special attack to the back of the head though. Sluggers have their Knob Leader. It is Tank Busters. This Dreadnought's pushing up way too far. You need to turn around, buddy. Warrior Brood here with their Adrenal Glands. Gives them some heavy melee damage and the melee Synapse. Hormagaunts are long gone though. Anti-armor Stormtroopers. But they're on the side of the Dreadnought. Uh-oh, Painboy's done for, I think. Yeah, down goes the Painboy. There's that inspirational kill from the Dreadnought too. Sluggers also go down. A rough fight for Laurr. 337 to 435. They need to put pressure on this Dreadnought. It's got free reign right now. Tank Busters are up. Double Tank Busters it is. Where are the Venombrood? Here they are. Did they get a bash? I'm not sure if they got that bash done. If they did, it's been repurchased. Termagants got wiped as well. So rough 90 seconds or so for the red team. Bright Lance does indeed have the shoulder-mounted the Wraith Lord does indeed have the shoulder-mounted Bright Lance. Las Cannon getting shots in, but is now tied up. That Grey Knight Dreadnought might be done for. Special attack was not useful there from the Wraith Lord though. Here comes an assist from both Mammoth and Aquila. That Wraith Lord is still chasing. I'm not sure if it's going to be able to get away. Might need to take a circuitous route around the western edge. Warlock gets smacked. Down goes the Grey Knight Dreadnought. Wraith Lord needs to try and avoid this Space Marine Dreadnought. Venombrood are chasing it. Assault Squad trying to get in there. Alongside the brother captain, Lictor Alpha now has the Scything Talons. 81 DPS power melee and gives him the knockback scythe ability. Lots of raw DPS. Big fight here now all of a sudden on the contested VP. Stone Guard being tied up. Wraith Lord I think is going to make it. Well played by Bebop there. I saw a beamy death gun shot, I think. Is that the Mekboy? Yeah, Mekboy has a beamy death gun. There's that plasma overcharge. Or overcharge plasma, sorry. The AoE suppression and damage there, which is quite useful against everything. Well, every infantry unit. Ogrins in amongst the Orc backlines. They're getting quite low. I've lost one model already. Wraith Lord can't quite make it to them. Is he taking las cannon shots? Oh, it's a conversion beamer here. More damage the further from the target you are. Almost got the Wraith Lord. 18 hit points. Since it's made of Wraith Bone or whatever it is, it regenerates health, which is quite handy. The conversion beamer does have an ability, can't remember what it's called, that will snare targets, kind of like a las cannon. Which is why you saw the Wraith Lord get snared there. Red team weathered the storm, got that Grey Knight Dreadnought. In fact, Guardsman is quite depleted now, down to just 2 units. They're in tier 3 though. And here comes a strike squad. I guess they had tons of requisition. I'm sure they want to get Paladins, but they don't have the red for it right now. Could save up for a Land Raider Crusader maybe. Where are the Tank Busters? Both here? Yeah, both here. Tier 3 for Mammoth, tier 3 for Aquila. There's a jump. Not letting the Orks just wander away there. They could maybe get onto the power too. Although Eldar is here. Right Lance covering the VP. Dreadnought now has an assault cannon. That barrage is awesome. Right Lance can't really hit the brother captain. He goes for the decap. Should be able to get it with his shield up, I think. Needs to be careful here how they approach. Doesn't want the Wraith Lord to get too many swings on the assault squad. Conversion beamer gets shots on it, and there's that snare. And there's a melter bomb. They might be able to get the Wraith Lord here, since a melter bomb and conversion beamer snare might stack and just lock it in place. Here comes maybe an assist from the Lictor Alpha. Yep. Purgation were first to retreat, as you can see there. Wraith Lord might live. Trying to back off here. Stone Guard veterans with vengeance rounds are chasing though. Took a lot of damage as assault marines, but only lost one model, and it wasn't the sergeant. Tier 3 for Bebop now. Grey Knight Terminators on the way for guardsmenunknow. Those guys switch to the Hellfire rounds. Damage of a time versus infantry and heroes. Regular infantry, that is. Leman Russ from Aquila. Venom Brood are trying to get another power bash over here. 303 to 330. Slight VP lead for red team, but 2-1 for blue. There's the jump. They really haven't dealt with these assault marines super well. Didn't replace the sluggers. Doesn't have another way to deal with them. I guess that's one way. The custom force field is a way. Well into tier 3 here, Laurr. I'm not sure what they're waiting for. So many resources. I guess they're focusing on the fights at the moment. The second strike squad of guardsmenunknow get in there with their Justicar. Are you going to cap? Maybe this assault cannon is doing too much damage, eh? Brother Captain going for the Nemesis Demon Hammer. Giving him the Sweeping Doom, or whatever it's called. Demolishing Strike, I think. Sweeping Doom is the Chaos Lord version. Always get them mixed up. Are they just going to die here? I think they are. Yes, they do. Merciless Witchblade takes them down. Anti-armor Stormtrooper trying to power bash. Here comes some very angry melee warriors, though. What's going on in the mid? Executioner Cannon Leman Russ. Oh, just wiped out the Venom Brood that were here. Battle Wagon on the way for Laurr. They spent their resources. We do have a Carnifex with Barb Strangler. Bit of damage it did to the scouts, hitting all the models there. That was pretty nuts. More than half of their hit points. Tank Buster Barrage just misses the tank. This is a dangerous place for a tank to be. Showing its rear armor to that flanking position there. It might go down. Wraith Lord getting those Bright Lance shots, and it does go down. Misplay there with the position of the tank. Need to be so careful. Looks like the Carnifex is done for as well. Ogrins are on it. Down it goes. Grenade chucked in. I'm not sure if it actually hit anything though. Frantic fighting here. Grey Knight Terminators pushing on through with their splash damage power melee halberds. Doing well. They are pushing very deep in though. I guess maybe they have their teleport available since they've got full energy. Battle Wagon now in play with that big zap gun and some big shooters on it too. It's got units inside of it. You can tell from those light bars, which makes it faster. That makes all the guns fire. There's a melter bomb though. Just running over some Space Marines there. Ogren's pushing in. Not sure why they pushed that far. They did alright. Got away with 3 models, is alright. Here comes a Land Raider Redeemer from Mammoth. Brother Captain gets the cap. 303 to 285. Bash or steal? I think you should bash. What are they going to do? They're going to try and steal, I think. Going for the node first. Lictor Alpha in amongst things. What's he got going on? Adrenal glands. Dreadnought is very low. Needs to be so careful. A couple of shots from the battle wagon and down it goes. Right Lance trying to set up. Conversion beamer is in there. Gets one more shot maybe. Nope. Starts shooting over there, which is weird. And the Dreadnought did go down. Should have been backed off way earlier, I think. See a council on the field for Bebop. Where are they? They're out in that VP. 2-1 for blue. I think red are taking the contested though, aren't they? Looks like they are. Can they stabilize on this side? They've got a battle wagon. They've got this Wraith Lord that's done really well. Has Wraithbone up now. Seer Council are really good too. Can disrupt and do a bunch of damage. Soak up some damage too. Blue team stole the power. Warrior Brood are going to turn and try and steal it back maybe. Looks like they are. 303 to 268. Vials on the Seer Council and a big Emperor's Wrath on their face. They did get the cap, but they got messed up by that. 3 models got away. And there's the Basilisk Flare as well from the Laurr Commissar. Blue team might get this right back again. Wraith Lord's doing a lot of work. Might want to tie up the Stone Guard though. Yeah, it's not tying up that Stone Guard. Where are the Purgation? Not sure, but here come anti-armor stormtroopers. Down goes the Wraith Lord. The Purgation were back there. There's your Land Raider Redeemer. Acts as a reinforcement and retreat point for your allies. Big deal in a 3v3. Battle Wagon gets melted by the stormtroopers. Being chased down. Conversion Beamer got a shot in too. Green Knight Terminators teleporting in on the Bright Lance. They are off and blue team sweep through the west side. With a Land Raider over there now, it might be time for red team to push mid. Termagants are going to try and grab the VP. Hormagaunts are standing around. Guys. Fellas. We have a tier 3 Lictor now for Kalzi4. Heavy melee damage on this fella. And that faster capping trait. It's a great tool to use through the mid. Battle Wagon getting tons of repairs from Guardians and Mech. Should be repaired up relatively quickly there. Stone Guard are level 2. Possibly Apothecary got up to level 4. No more War Gear though. Level 3 Brother Captain. Level 5 Commissar. We saw that Emperor's Wrath could do. Level 5 Warlock with Champion's Robe. The Mech has Mega Rumbler. Level 3 now. And a level 4 Lictor Alpha with the Menacing Visage Flesh Hook. Successfully defend their VP there. Ogrin's hanging out on the natural VP of the blue team to guard it. Send both the Lictors after it, I guess. Flash gets up for Laurr. Apothecary getting very brave. He's got his anointed power axe, but might die. And does die. Bright Lance is getting shots on that Land Raider there. Anti-armor stormtroopers lying in wait. Look at that. Double melters, and now they're going after that battle wagon, and they're going to get it, I think, surely. Yeah, Conversion Beamer also getting shots in. Well played by Aquila. Oh man, ate a grenade afterwards. But I think they're okay. Tank Buster Barrage, just to disrupt the Purgation. A little bit late though. Avatar of Cain on the field from Bebop here. There's 2 Conversion Beamers now. And that's a rocket run. Some decent hits on the Tyranids. Mammoth popped Angels of Death, I think, because they were afraid of some friendly fire there on the Assault Marines. 293 to 226. Very good fight for the blue team. Very good fight. The Land Raider did get away. They took down a battle wagon and really messed up Laurr here. Gone for double flash kits. Orks can recover really well in tier 3 because they have some powerful infantry there. Flash kits and knobs. Tyranids trying to steal the power. These guys can have a bad day in a second though. Catachans have their sergeant now who has a melter gun. Just before they got the cat, they got knocked off it. Because of course they did. Mammoth has a Terminator squad with Cyclone missile launcher. Terminators supported by an Apothecary and a Land Raider can be very tough nut to crack. But the captain is maybe going to get a level for the revive here. Hey, level 4. Cyclone missile launcher power bash. Avatars healed up mostly. We've got some sneaky commandos with their Nog Leader, double flash kits with blasters. Mekboy is down, might be tricky to revive there too. Sneaky Scout's got a decap, well played Mammoth. Lictor Alpha gets level 6 from a Flesh Rook. Are they going mid? They're trying to kill the Scouts, I think, and they got them. No more sneaking around for you fellas. Can just replace them, of course. There's the Emperor's Wrath, mostly dodged. Here's a Rocks set up by Luff the Daka of the Commandos. Well played, Laurr. What did it hit though? Looks like it was just some Guardsmen. Bit of a wasted nuke there. I thought there were more stuff in that nuke, but it seemed like it was just Guardsmen. Look at the red that Bebop has though. They can do 2 Eldritch Storms almost. Down goes the Lord Commissar. Avatar now fighting Ogrins. Crack. Not a good fight for the Ogrins, especially alongside the Seer Council. The Seer Council being buffed by their own aura, the range damage reduction aura, and the Avatar's aura. Grey Knight Terminator is going after it. They'll do a lot of damage to an Avatar with their power weapons. So it's backing off a bit. We have a Barb Strangler Carnifex. Still chasing the Avatar. Seer Council and the Warlock couldn't quite get the Purgation, and these guys are level 3. There's your Eldritch, and that might take out the Land Raider right here, right now. And it does. Well played, Bebop. Pushed forward. Chose targets well. Oh no, but lost the Seer Council. Big loss there. Assault Squad got it. Huh, was that worth it? Land Raider for your Seer Council. Here comes a Fire Prism. I think it's worth it. Land Raiders are so good and so expensive. I mean, so are Seer Council, but Land Raider is like the unit for a 3v3. Neurothrope on the way for Kalzi4. Where are these flash kits? They're back at base. I see some big flash kits erasing stuff. There's 3 of them now. This is some big flash kit volleys. Carnifex gets melted. And the Stormtroopers are chasing. They're very low. One Barb Strangler shot might wipe them out there. There we go. Big flash kit wipe on those Stormtrooper fellas. They were very low already. Oh man, Ogrins now getting doofed. Oh, flash kits wipe the Ogrins out. Terminators could be in trouble. They can't retreat. They might have used their teleport already. Barb Strangler shot. Kills 2 of them. Holy crap. Big losses inflicted by the flash kits. Brother Captain trying to get in there. What's going on the west side? We have a Land Raider Crusader this time from guardsmenunknow. 281 to 107. Space Marine Terminator is going for the decap. Fire Prism is getting some good damage in. But alone, it's going to take a while to take down the Land Raider. Some good work done by the Orks in the mid. Flash kits level 3, level 2. Got those commandos as well. Mekboy with that Mega Rumbler could mess up a big blob. Crusader should be the other side of the VP, I think. Flash kits with their blasters won't do a lot of damage to vehicles. But try and target the infantry. So you can reinforce off the Crusader, but you can't retreat back to it. Also gives you a little bit of health and energy regen, as you saw there. What's this? We have the Lictor Alpha going for the decap. Fist of Brockus in for the Lord Commissar. Warrior Brood coming to the wrong neighbourhood. Got a little bit isolated there. There's your Paroxysm from the Neurothrope. 281 to 79. That's an Emperor's Wrath. They just retreated out of it. Orbital. Oh, it does grab some of them. They should be okay though, since they're in retreat. It might not even take the model off them actually, since it's even. Yeah. Help West, says Mammoth. 278 to 79. Lictor Alpha, as you can see on the map, did get that decap on the VP, but Red Team are taking the west side now. It is Catachin's taking it back. They might stay there to try and guard it now. Another Fire Prism on the way for Bebop, and they still have the Avatar. Ready to Wailing Doom something off the cap, maybe. Melter Bomb on the Avatar. There's a Wailing Doom. Decent hit. Strike Squad trying to get into melee with the Avatar there. While Trend Effects has healed up. Mekboy's down again over there. Where are the Flash Kits? They're coming back out of base. Dino Crusader is providing some good support so far. Grenadier Terminator is taking a dangerous fight. The Warlock is in there. Barb Trender shots coming in. Here come the Flash Kits to start deleting those Terminators. 245 to 79. That's an Eldritch. Stops them trying to decap, but I don't think it really hit them. We saw Armor of the Apothecary and start the advanced healing there too. Avatar is done for, I think. Put some good pressure on the Land Raider though, and there's a Rocks. Wailing Doom into a Rocks. Tank Busters take it down. Is it Tank Busters? No, the Commando Knob there. Or the Knob of the Commandos, I guess. So the Land Raider is done for. It took a while to eventually crash and blow up. Grey Knight Terminator, a single Grey Knight Terminator gets out of it. They could turn and delete that guy. Looks like the Lictor Alpha's found him. Level 9 Lictor Alpha with a power weapon going after it. A couple of special attacks are not useful. They could have wiped out that Terminator squad. They should have done so. The Orks. Now they get rocket runned. And a big retreat follows. Oh, there are tank busters in there. Couldn't quite finish off the Terminators. Lictor Alpha then flees. Level 9 Lictor Alpha. When was the last time we saw a Lictor Alpha that high level in a 3v3? Down goes a Predator tank. That was Mammoths. Red team actually looking up here. Baneblade is on the field for Aquila. Where is it going? Looks like it's vaguely on the west side. Doesn't seem to be moving right now. Waiting for some backup maybe. What resources Laurr has. Get up a Knob Squad. Get a Knob Squad up. Floating resources like crazy. There's the Spirit Leech, draining some energy off those Assault Marines by the Neurothrope. Then the Cataclysm as well. Then jumping after it, which is a bad place to be. Orks not quite live to that. They could have got a burst off. Baneblade shooting at a Carnifex. Carnifex is not going to last long. This is a Venom Cannon Carnifex. This is another one. Yeah, loads of stuff was shooting at there, including a couple of Conversion Beamers. Wow. Emperor's Wrath. Look at the damage it did to these Fire Prisms. That is nuts. Baneblade in a bit of an odd position. Stone Guard Veterans wiped out by the Flash Kits. Those guys were level 4. What were they doing so far up there? Very strange. Trying to get into melee with them, it seemed. Brother Captain doing a decent job trying to disperse the Orks, but is forced to run away. But it was enough for blue team to get a cap. 180 to 77. They are behind in their rosters. Laurr got some more commandos. Interesting. Not more Flash Kits and not knobs. There's an orbital. You can see a lot of what the blue team is doing is trying to mess with the Flash Kits, which is understandable. Tried to drop a nuke on them just there, but they have got away from it. Cyclone missile launcher spreads out so much at that range. Couldn't quite hit the Fire Prism super well. Is that another Emperor's Wrath? That was the Demolisher Cannon, I think. Flash Kits forced to retreat. That Purgation squad was wiped out by the Warlock, who then needs to run away. Level 10. And now has Foul Chew's Wing, giving Enhance. More speed, more damage for a squad. Is he going to get away? Looks like they have got away. It's only infantry, right? It says our squad, so I assume so. Neurothrope could be in trouble. Runs away. Think it's going to get away. Oh, maybe not. They teleported after it. Smack, down it goes. Meanwhile, a Warrior Brood get a decap here. Red team now have a single. It's an important decap from Kalzi4. Terminator's trying to get back onto the VP. The double fire prisms have done well. Level 2 and level 1. Very nearly level 2 though. Here come more Seer Council from Bebop. Can they kill them some Terminators? That Warrior Brood were forced off the natural VP of the blue team. A rocks on the Terminators here. They can't stay here. Oh man. That big one killed 2 of them. 158 to 63. More purgation for guardsmenunknow. Here comes another Predator tank for Mammoth. The last one, I don't think, lasted very long. Apothecary just sprinting to the red team's VP. Looks like some Tyranids alive to it. Maybe they spotted him further back. Here's that nasty ranged blob of Orks. Holy crap. Commissar with his shield up, just deleted. Did get the Emperor's Wrath off though. What is that capping? That's a Warlock capping. Demolisher, maybe they've already used the Demolisher cannon to stop it. Where are the Seer Council? Here they are. They can provide a little range damage reduction aura to those Orks if they're close enough. Tyranids formation from Kalzi4. Level 10 Lictor Alpha. Just causing havoc back there. Uh-oh. Baneblade going after the fire prisms. Can they draw it into trouble? Maybe they have. Here comes the Seer Council. They have power weapons, so they can't do a whole lot to vehicles, but if they can get onto rear armor of a tank or something, maybe they can. That Predator tank went way too far forward, and down it goes. Not sure what it was up to. I guess it was trying to chase the fire prisms, but that was way risky. Uh-oh. Level 4 assault squad do get away. Mammoth questioning their own ability. Here comes a bunker, a repair bunker, I imagine, to support the Baneblade. I mean, sometimes Predator tanks just have a mind of their own. They will just flollop around and turn and spin and go weird. The Wailing Doom kind of missed. 126 to 47. Red team with a 2-to-1 cap, and something's decapping the natural here. They got the disruption in time. Apothecary sprints towards them. Gets that speed bonus when he's out of combat. This Carnifex is really far forward. What is it doing? Down it goes. Very strange. It had a Barbed Strangler, so not the best thing to chase a Baneblade with. And these flash kits have changed the game, as they often do. Nasty. Where are the paladins? Surely you had enough red, although I guess flash kits will mess up the paladins. I'm just thinking paladins and Terminators teleporting in would basically get rid of them. Going for a plasma cannon dreadnought, which is a good tool to use against flash kits. Their weakness is anti-vehicle damage. Bit more measured in their approach now on the blue team. 85 to 47. 2-to-1 is against them. What is this? It's some decapping tactical marines. Very bravely getting a decap, and then they run. Are they going to get away though? Where's that flesh hook, Mr. Lictor Alpha? If you even need it. Warrior Brood is there. Yeah, down they go. Mammoth down to 3 units. On the west side, still a 1-to-1 cap. Flash kit's just casually deleting stuff as it gets into their vision. Oh, down goes one fire prism. Cyclone missile launcher gets it done. Another fire prism on the way. Look at the resources Bebop has. They were just population caps before. Seer Council in amongst the purgation. And they do so much damage so quickly to them. There's the Eldritch. Looks like it has missed the Baneblade though. Did not get a single bolt on it. Did not get a single bolt on it. Here comes the army of flash kits. And there's some fresh Terminators for them to fight and shoot at. Awesome damage output there. 52 to 47, double cap for Red Team. It might be a triple too. I think they've done enough. Surely they've done enough. Ouch. Great Dreadnought backing away. Could have done with a couple of these a little bit earlier maybe, but the Orks did have anti-vehicle in there. I mean, they had tank busters, they had the commandos. What are these guys doing? Oh, he's letting them die to get more flash kits maybe? To get more something. Oh, to get more commandos. There's a triple cap, and there is the game. It was insane. Blue team started really well, started really strongly, but the flash kit blob appeared once Laurr had lost their army. And it's hard to stop. It is hard to stop. I mean, flash kits alone, you can counter several ways. You can jump on them, you can shoot them with vehicles, you can suppress them. There's lots of stuff you can do, but when they're surrounded by a bunch of other stuff, that becomes way, way harder to do. Let's look at his heroes. Brother Captain was level 6. Level 6 Apothecary. In on the Lictor Alpha there, had improved medical equipment. We had a level 7 Commissar down at the end. A level 10 Warlock. A level 6 Mech. I don't think I ever noticed him using the Mega Rumbler. They must have used it though. And a level 10 Lictor Alpha. This guy was awesome. Good to see Kalzi4 playing again. Thank you for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time.